Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Ananda Sundari, first showing up on our screen is Ananda Sundari Devi Dasi, welcome. And second is Chaitanya Mayi, but now everybody's showing up on the screen. Udaran Prabhu, Raja Sundari Devi Dasi, Sri Hari Prabhu, Jai. You're using your Monday to be able to be with us in London. Very good. And Malati Priya also from Brazil is with us. Leela Moy Prabhu also. So very good. Leela Shakti. We have a full Brajarama Didi. Very good. Happily. So we've got our family coming together. And Krishna Keshava Prabhu now becoming a regular. Welcome. Hare Krishna. And Gangalila Seva Rupa Devidasi Tungarasa and Rupa Nuga Prabhu late at night in Thailand. And if I missed anybody out, please excuse. And I did miss somebody out. Munindra Mohan Prabhu, he's here with us and he's going to be giving some insights today. He knows the subject matter since this morning. And he's keen to share. But of course, we are expecting our London contingent to appear as well. The traffic in London on Monday evening, I know, is very bad. And before Devashishu comes online, we're all very sad to hear that Devashishu bought another car. After his last car caught fire, we tried to convince him that we're speaking on behalf of Krishna, that it's a good idea he doesn't get another car. This way, he can have more money in his pocket because he spends so much on cars, but he gets some exercise. That's the other thing. So he was coming up and down to the Green Street Temple and the West London Temple by public transport, which he gets free because of his age and pension. He gets that free, and then he was walking. So it was actually good. So anyway, it's not a secret. He knows. He just doesn't know I'm telling you all.
It's not with us?
No, not yet. He's somewhere around. And Kirtira with us, just joined us, and Rasananda Prabhu also just joined us. All right, and Madhuchanda in Brazil. Oh, we have really a good Brazilian contingent coming to London today. So translating into English, into Russian is Brajasundari Devi Rasi. Translating into Portuguese, as all of you in Brazil know, is Chaitanya Mayi Devi Rasi. You've got your inside representative stationed permanently in Italy. So good for you.
They translate simultaneously?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
But we should try to not speak too fast, otherwise they won't be able to keep up with what we're saying. We should try not to speak too fast, otherwise they will not keep up with what we are saying. All right, so dear devotees, first of all, Bancha kalpa tarubhyas cha kripa sindubhya eva cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. And while, okay, it looks like West London has come in anonymously on an iPhone.
That's on my iPhone, Maharaj. We're just setting up the computer, but it's not behaving.
But Lavanya, if you put the iPhone sideways on, like a television screen.
Okay. You get a better range of...
Well, it's, yeah, because we'll see everybody that way generally. Though we also have experience that different people see different things when we use a tablet and a different age tablet and this, that, and the other. So anyway.
We'll have the computer set up in a minute.
All right. So let's chant Vandeham and Om Gyan and Namo Mahavaranyaya, just as the London temple and maybe temples are getting ready. Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Pada Kamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavanscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunatan Vitang Tang Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padam Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakan Vitamscha Om Jnana Timirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshu Anmilitam Jena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. And Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namne Gauratvije Namaha. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivas Adi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. All right, and gradually devotees are also coming together, and also
so many.
Yes, now also in London, Vijay Krishna has joined us from East London, and Lavanya Mayi Devi dasi. Good to see you both here.
Dandavad Maharaj.
Dandavat Prabhu, Dandavat Didi. Everything good? Your daughter and your dog?
Yeah. Dog sleeping.
Hare
Taking a nap.
Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
All right, beautiful. And Priya Bhakta Prabhu in Australia also has joined us. Ananta Shesh Prabhu in Spain. Audari Leela in Ireland. And Vaishnavi. Now I wonder which Vaishnavi we have with us here. Vaishnavi, we're very happy to have you with us. If you like to mention which country you're in, we'll be happy to hear. And Subhasini Didi just joined us. Ramananda Prabhu from California just joined us also. Okay, dear devotees, let us get to the subject, because Devashish Prabhu, I expect he must join soon. He was certainly expecting to be here. May we think his car has broken down? No, we won't. We won't think such a thing. And in the chat box, Dandavats from SR. Okay, I'm not sure who SR is, but our Dandavats to you. And Rasanand who's sending obeisances, and Ananda Sundari, and Vaishnavi. Oh, Vaishnavi in Moscow. Okay, Vaishnavi. Wonderful. Thank you for letting us know. Dandavat. All right, so let's come to the subject. And Munindra Mohan Prabhu, he may get called because he's actually the pujari this evening. And so he's multitasking to be with us here. So let us, the theme for today is reality is for himself or for itself. I think this came from Hegel's expression. But let us first give the opportunity for Munindra Mohan Prabhu, because we want you all to know Munindra Mohan, to know the senior members of our family, the movers and shakers who are doing so many active things for many years in the family, and who've been with Gurudev, serving Gurudev, and been with so many of the senior devotees. So we'll ask Munindra Mohan Prabhu first, kindly.
You don't introduce the theme, Maharaj?
I introduce the theme. Reality is for itself. That I've done my duty to introduce, and now to your good self.
Okay, Dandavat, all the devotee. I'm very hopeful that you give me some mercy. I need what Senor, I just need mercy all the time. But we have some fortune here, no doubt. Some fortune is to have Madhusudan Maharaj here, a chance to serve him, and a chance to help in represent Srila Gurudev and Srila Guru Maharaj. And sometimes we get the chance to do that. For example, lastly, one man from France, one devotee from another mission, show up and said, my guru told me to read Guru Shila Guru Maharaj books. So I track you and now I'm here. If I can stay 2-3 days, I will be happy. Jagannath Prabhu, and soon will come to London, so you all will know him. So, and here he found books, he found association, he found program, beautiful lecture, and so much exposure to Srila Guru Maharaj conception and Srila Gurudev conception. And after 3 days, he asked, can I stay a little more? Okay, you can stay another week. And then after 1 week, he asked, can I stay a little more? Yes, you can stay. And he's still with us. Well, now he went to for some duty to his family, but he will be back soon, and we will come to London with Maharaj soon. So you will see the glorious SGS Math, Sri Chaitanya Saraswat Math, London branch. I think he will be very nourished, because here he got something and he appreciated actually. And he was surprised how much he found looking for some postgraduate Krishna consciousness. He got some exposure, no doubt, to Swami Maharaj Prabhupada conception and his own guru. But here he found something really extra and he wanna stay more and more. And not only him, sometimes we come across people that, for example, when we go to Rome, sometimes to a program, some people approach us. I know you are Sri Chaitanya Saraswat Math. Have you got search for Sri Krishna, by the way? And yes, we pull out search for Sri Krishna and we distribute books or Shigur and His Grace or Golden Volcano. Recently, one lady got the opportunity to come here a few times, and then we suggested her. She read already something, well, a lot. She read a lot about Vedic culture, and now we told her, read Golden Volcano. And she was really amazed, like Chamakkara, very, very touched by Golden Volcano presentation of poetic Sri Chaitanya life and precept. And it's very beautiful to see people connected through our humble attempt. So we feel useful somehow, no doubt. But okay, let's come to the theme. I hope Devashish arrived to save me from this embarrassing situation. Talk about the reality by himself and for himself, by himself and for himself.
Well, he gave that reality is for itself, I think, was the actual official title, but it's just to get us started.
Okay.
By the way, that's a picture of Devashi, as I saw before.
His avatar.
Reality is for itself,
Okay,
is the quotation.
So we all know this statement by Srila Guru Maharaj. He borrowed from Hegel, the German philosopher. And okay, it's kind of a general conception of God that is not elected, is not like democratically elected, is autocratic. So he is his own reason to be, and he is own source. There is anything above him that create him, or he has to fulfill someone else. No, it's the top, is the most important being and the source of everything. And this is very generic conception, but the individual soul always have to remember that, because also in Chaitanya Charitamrita, when we start Chaitanya Charitamrita, there is so much presentation of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Nityananda Prabhu as their ontological position, super divine, super excellent and no one is above them. So it's always good to remember. And there is one shloka of Bhagavad Gita that I like very much about this theme, and everybody knows is chapter 5:29. Bhoktaram yagyatapasam sarvaloka maheshwaram suridam sarvabhutanam gyatva mam shantim richati. So this supreme person is the ultimate beneficiary of all sacrifices and austerity, and is the supreme lord of all planets and all demigods. Is Bhakta Yagyatapasam Sarvaloka Maheshwara, is the controller of all all the planets, and he is the Maheshwara, the supreme being, the supreme controller, no one controlling. And it's little scary, but the next line gives so much sweetness and intimacy, because he is the benefactor and well-wisher of all living entities. So he's the friend of everyone. He's not a despota. It's not, although no one is superior to him, he doesn't take the chance to bother all other beings. Rather, he's friend with everyone and will never give any trouble unless for their benefit. So this is one of the shloka of Bhagavad Gita that gives this idea of supremacy of Krishna. And the other one, everybody knows, is the Chatushloki, Ham Sarvasa Prabhavo Matta Sarva Prabhaktate Iti Matva Bhajante Ma Buddha Bhavan Samambita. Is it correct?
Correct. Yes. I don't know many slokas. I do know that sloka, and everybody who's been on back to basics also knows that sloka. I hope.
So he is everywhere, everything is in him, and people who has some intelligence worshipping, and also this shloka, person in full consciousness of me, knowing me to be ultimate beneficiary. So if we want to be intelligent, if we want to be a wise person, we have to recognize the supreme position of Krishna. Is not one of the gods. But we know that Krishna, he doesn't want Mother Yashoda. He is the supreme being. So he want to be chastised by Mother Yashoda and by Nanda Maharaj.
He doesn't want Mother Yashoda to know that he's a supreme.
Yeah. So don't tell to Mother Yashoda. And his supremacy is actually very hidden in his supreme abode, because it's kind of obstacle for testing the intimacy from the devotee, their affection, their simplicity in dealings, and fun. He has so much fun with Balaram and the Gopals. Sometimes he also a loser in some games, and he has to carry on the shoulder his companion of a game. And he tastes all those things that he cannot be tasted by the supreme controller in his full form of by himself and for himself. And he actually not so much by himself. He needs the love and affection of his Parshad, his eternal devotee. So I don't know if this conception of God is that supreme, to be like by himself or himself, the supreme controller, or rather maybe is the Krishna that has been actually controlled by the devotee, and is you want to hide this supremacy, this majesty position, and godly aspect of himself. So this is my thought about this theme, and I don't know, I hope Devashish came and Madhusudan Maharaj came to rescue me.
Madhusudan's coming soon. Oh, I'm here. I'm going to sit there with you. Hare Krishna. Well, actually, when Munindra Mohan Prabhu was talking, he's saying, but actually, Krishna likes to have others around him. I immediately was thinking of Srila Gurudev, Srila Govinda Maharaj, because actually, I mean, Srila Gurudev, he was, you can say, supreme amongst all of the acharyas. I mean, head and shoulders, Gurudev was outstanding amongst all of the representatives, the acharyas representing Mahaprabhu and Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur. But he always liked to have devotees around him. And we know that we were around him, and Gurudev wanted us to be around him, and it means 24 hours a day. And so Krishna, maybe he's for himself, but the creation that he has created, it is for his pleasure. It is for him, and that is an eternal manifestation. All the parts and parcels who are coming to serve him with all kinds of different characters. And also, we have to admit that all kinds of different characters were around Gurudev. And Gurudev took the masala, the spice, the different spices of the different devotees. Hare Krishna. And I can just give a quote or two, because before coming, when we know about the theme, then we're thinking about things. But there was one quote which I selected this, and this may not be exactly the theme, but when I found this quote, I said to Udaran Prabhu, actually, I sent a message to him saying, well, this is too wonderful to pass by. Whether we read it or not, I'm not sure. But it's just such a wonderful quote from Srila Guru Maharaj. And here's Srila Guru Maharaj taking, the mood of Krishna, if you like. So he's talking in Krishna's he's talking in Krishna's voice. And now I've got to find it again. Okay, so he's talking in Krishna's voice, and this is a verse also referred to in Bhagavad Gita, but Guru Maharaj is saying in Krishna's voice, at least you are my intimate friend, Arjuna, so I won't deceive you. You can believe me, I promise. This is Krishna talking to his devotee, like, I'm not going to deceive you. Anyway, then Srila Guru Maharaj says, how shamelessly Krishna expressed himself. He has come so intensely to plead for himself, for our benefit. And a record is kept in Srimad Bhagavad Gita for our guidance. Even more than that, Krishna himself came as Mahaprabhu in order to preach for himself. He came as his own canvasser with a group and brought Srimati Radharani along with him. And then again, taking Krishna's voice, Guru Maharaj is saying, if necessary, I shall show how charming a position you can have in devotional service. In other words, that's to all of us, to the world. I shall show you how service can be so beautiful and dignified. Come along with me. So this is Guru Maharaj in the voice of Mahaprabhu in this instance.
From which book? Dignity of Devotion.
Not sure just now, but it's Guru Maharaj. It's Srila Sridhar Maharaj.
Okay.
Yeah. And Baladev came as Nityananda Prabhu to canvass. To canvass means to preach, to recruit. And Krishna and Balaram, so Krishna and Balaram came to canvass for themselves as Mahaprabhu and Nityananda. Vrindavan came to canvass for itself as Navadip. I mean, what a wonderful expression. So then Srila Guru Maharaj continues. It's not long, but we are more indebted to the canvasser than the actual party. We are connected more intimately, and we are thankful to the canvasser first, especially when the Lord himself has come to canvass. How beautiful, how magnanimous, how sacrificing. What sort of love divine is found there? We came to seek something good, and Mahaprabhu proposed the direction. I came somewhat charmed there. So this is Guru Maharaj saying, I became, so Srila Guru Maharaj saying, I became somewhat charmed there and felt, yes, this is very charming, very beautiful, and very capturing. Then I searched for one who could distribute such things of satisfaction to my inner heart, and somehow I found my master, Srila Bhakti Saraswati Thakur. He is canvassing exclusively for Mahaprabhu and very strongly, surcharged with infinite energy to work on account of Sri Gauranga. With such intensity was that great dynamo. Then I accepted him and tried to offer myself to be taken within his shelter. I led my life following his order as much as I could. And now also I find that I am still under his shelter and doing some sort of duty as asked and ordered by him. In this way, I am passing my days, trying to have the core of his advice from the different scriptures, such as the Srimad Bhagavad Gita and Srimad Bhagavatam, and trying to find the culmination of what Mahaprabhu and our Gurudev expressed. Acha, there's another paragraph. Will you please allow me just to read a little bit more? With deeper and deeper thinking, so this is Srila Guru Maharaj, Srila Sri Rama speaking. With deeper and deeper thinking, I gradually received some satisfaction. If I were not to say that I am getting satisfaction, then I would be doing some injustice to Gurudev and his associates. No other ideas or proposals can draw my attention. Rather, I am gaining firmer faith day by day in the teachings of Mahaprabhu, Vyasadeva, the Braja Leela, etc. Though their nature is infinite, I find their position is becoming stronger within me, and I must be satisfied with what little I can get. At the same time, I feel in my good faith that this sort of life must be extended to others also. Thus I am passing my days. By distributing Mahaprabhu's message, we are not going out to do anything bad. But according to our conception, we are trying to do the holiest thing. Our purpose is of the holiest type ever possible to conceive. So we must go forward with this program to do good for others, the best for others, and at the same time to get it for ourselves. There can be no engagement more holy than this in the world. It is the holiest engagement and has the blessings of the Lords Nityananda and Sri Gauranga. It is duty to them. It is their department. Preaching is the special department of Sri Gauranga and Nityananda Prabhu. Navadip Dham is the place of their, Navadip Dham is the place of their blessings. Our prayer to them is that, absolving us of all offenses, they may utilize us. And the very last part, short. Here in Koladeep, Navadip, at the place of forgiveness of all offenses, the Aparada Bhanjana part, we are praying that they may forgive us for all our previous offenses and engage us in their service to spread Krishna consciousness together with to spread Krishna consciousness together with Gauranga consciousness. And then Srila Guru Maharaj quotes his own composition about Sri Chaitanya Saraswat Math. This Srimat Chaitanya Saraswat Math Avara Urgita Kiti Jai Shri Bibrat Sambati Ganga Tata Nikata Navadipa Koladri Raje Yatra Shri Gaura Saraswata Mata Nirata Gaura Gata Grinanti Nityang Rupanuga Shri Kritamati Guru Gauranga Radha Jitasha. Hare Krishna. So often when we look for something, then we find other things which grab our attention. And this today grabbed my attention while I was going through the texts. By the way, as well as several quotes about, actually quite a lot of quotes about how Krishna and the Lord is for himself and by himself. But this particular personal expression of Srila Guru Maharaj came up. And it just shows, it's a little indication, a little window into Guru Maharaj's nature. And it's Guru Maharaj, Srila Guru Maharaj, who's carrying all of this and in very humble mood, but presenting the great wonder of Mahaprabhu's gift. So I took the liberty to share that with you. Hare Krishna. I hope Devashishu is okay. And actually, I hope his car has not broken down. Honestly, Devashishu, I hope your car won't give you trouble. But we also have the London temple, and we have like a postage stamp size picture. But is that Rasamoy Pandita? No. Yes? Not. Lavanya Mayi.
Got Jagaranga Prabhu and Akshi Didi and Maheshwari Didi.
Oh, okay. We couldn't see because we couldn't make it bigger. We just had a tiny thing. So, Lavanya Mayi Didi, you are representing Devashish Prabhu and as the secretary of the London chapter of Sri Chaitanya Saraswat Math. So you are holding the banner today.
I would love to wax lyrically about the glories of the conception, but I'm like a retard, and it's like I can do some things, but I'd love to. I pray continuously to be able to preach the glories, but it's like it just doesn't, come out. So I have no memory, and I'm just type of like, So I would love to, but I can't, and I constantly think about it and meditate on it and pray for some.
Well, you are following very nicely that recommendation for the worship of Mahaprabhu in that Kirtan, Jadi Gorana Hoto, that to keep your heart simple and worship and serve Gauranga. So
there's simple and there's stupid. I don't know. It's a slight type of fine line. But anyway, I'm okay with that. But many devotees are very qualified to speak, and I'm not. one of them really.
Okay. All right. Well, we
I
accept.
can talk a lot, obviously, but I'm speaking.
Hare Krishna. We accept your humble expression. And Enakshi is representing her husband, who is very capable reciter of so many verses. And last week we had evidence of that. And Gadadhar Pandit Prabhu, he's very capable to bring up the relevant slokas about things. But Enakshi, would you like to say a few words, as you are London representative, and Gadadhar Pandit Prabhu is representative today too?
Well, I'm nowhere near to. I don't know. I'm really shy, but I feel very fortunate to be here, and I feel actually very fortunate to have Gadadhar Pandit and Chaitanya Priya in my life. I feel it's a bit like Gurudev's gift to me. I just really don't know what to say.
And you're fortunate to have this opportunity where you can get into some good routine, good habit. Means not many people can wake up in the morning and what's the first thing you do? You come to Arati, etc. Then, then the day continues, but you have this opportunity with your husband and child. And it is not everybody at all who has that chance. So, yes, well done. And we know that Jai Gauranga Prabhu can say something. He's already got things listed up in his mind. A few words from you, Jai Gauranga Prabhu. On the theme or off the theme. Reality is by itself. No, is for itself is the part. But that's the starter to get you started to speak something.
Okay, I'll try, Maharaj. I can't recommend that. I can't guarantee that it will be, pleasing to the ear necessarily, but I can try. Well, like Srila Guru Maharaj says, Krishna is the supreme autocrat. Now, like Munindra Mohan Prabhu was saying, he's the supreme autocrat. He is by himself, for himself. He's serving his own interest, but while he is simultaneously by himself, for himself, he is also supremely good. So, we see in history some autocrats, some dictators that maybe aren't the best people necessarily, but Krishna, he's like the supreme dictator of reality, but he is all good. He is supremely magnanimous and merciful, and he's coming in the present age as himself, but also through his divine representatives in the form of the Vaishnavas and Sri Guru, to distribute himself in the highest way through Harinam Sankirtan. And through our divine masters, by their grace.
So are you for him as well?
Sometimes. Sometimes I'm for myself as well. I try to be there.
Hare Krishna. Anyway, we were very happy to get good reports from London, Jai Gauranga Prabhu. They are happy with your service, and this is the important part. We are to please the devotees.
Yeah, he's a very sweet devotee and happy to do any seva and always keeping busy. It's very good. We're lucky.
Well, like Enakshi was saying also, lucky to be there and to have some good association, and in London you've got an opportunity to preach to the people who come in. People reach because they speak English in London. So don't neglect the people, the new people who come into the temple, the people who come for the voluntary side. Whoever we meet, we should try to do something good for them. That means to give them an introduction to Krishna, but to Mahaprabhu. And here in London, you've got many Indians I know who come to the temple, and they often know or think they know, they've heard about Krishna, but you have definitely the opportunity with most of the Indians to introduce Mahaprabhu to them too. And as we were reading just a little bit before that, Mahaprabhu is canvassing himself for the all in all, he from whom everything comes. And that is the Krishna, garbed in the heart and halo of Srimati Radharani, his topmost devotee, comes to show how wonderful devotion can be. And this is why Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur in general established having Mahaprabhu, Radharan Krishna on the altar, because it will draw the question from the public, oh, who is that on the altar also? Because generally they know Radha Krishna, but it is our opportunity to introduce Mahaprabhu, and this is the age of Mahaprabhu. So you're in an English-speaking country, it's called England, and there you have some very good opportunity to share something of Mahaprabhu, to give a little seed into their minds. Oh, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And then step by step to introduce Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita. Because the Indians, every Indian has heard about Ram, even non-Indians have heard about Mahabharata and Ramayana. But Chaitanya Charitamrita is the book for this age. And Chaitanya Charitamrita, you can introduce them to the name of the book so that they hear these names of books. They've heard Bhagavad Gita, the name of the book Bhagavad Gita. They've heard the famous Upanishads, perhaps some different names. But Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Chaitanya Charitamrita, they are the wealth which is being distributed through the parampara, and the wealth that's being made available right there in London. And through their service, through them doing something to assist in the temple, then they are getting that agyata sukriti, some special benefit for the propagation, doing service to help with the propagation of Mahaprabhu's teaching. They will get some special benefit and grace from Mahaprabhu. So lots of opportunity. Hare Krishna. Any question from anybody? We've got lots of devotees here. Quiet devotees. Quiet devotees. Govinda, Govinda. Lots of quiet devotees. Oh, Ishwarananda Prabhu also came and joined us. Okay, then I'm going to take not the post, take the mood of Devashish Prabhu, because Devashish Prabhu, I think he would have quoted from the Subjective Evolution, and I didn't read this quote earlier, because I was thinking that Devashish will join us and he'll want to read this himself. Is probably what he selected. And what I'll do is I'm going to read it. This is from Subjective Evolution, and it's Srila Guru Maharaj. And it's not very long, but here Guru Maharaj says something which we should note. That is, what he's going to say is, this is the most vital point to establish God as a person. So what is Gurudev going to say when he's saying that this is the most vital point to establish God as a person? Okay, so I'm going to read from Subjective Evolution, short bit, which I think Devashish Prabhu would have read if he were here today. And I know he wasn't expecting to be late because he always informs me when he may not be here. So Jai Srila Guru Maharaj, here's Guru Maharaj again. Hegel has also said that the absolute is by himself, quote, that's the quote, and quote, for himself. And for himself means that the absolute truth is the supreme enjoyer. In the Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says, Aham hi sava yagyanang bhakta cha prabhureva cha natu mam abhijananti tatvinatas chavanti te. And then Srila Guru Maharaj says, this is the most vital point to establish God as a person. He is the enjoyer. If anything is enjoyed, the enjoyer will hold the supreme position. This cannot but be. Everything is meant for his enjoyment, and he is the supreme. Then in quotes, by himself means that the absolute is supreme. Everything is meant for his satisfaction. This is a necessary truth. It is not questionable. And also, his existence is subjective. He's the subject. And now, okay, so now this is me just saying a couple of words. Now here there really is something to think about, because I've read this many times, and each time I'm always kind of amazed at Srila Guru Maharaj, just clear logic and presentation. So, are you sitting comfortably? Now listen to this, and now we'll begin. No object can exist without a subject. No thing can exist without a thinker. There must be a thinker. For example, what is a fossil? As we examine it, we observe color and the hardness of stone. But these qualities are simply thoughts within us, a thinking stage. What is color? A concept within our consciousness. So, any kind of existence presupposes a subject or consciousness. And this is the crux of the argument, that no object can exist without a subject, and no subject can exist without an object. There is the thinker and the thought. If there is a thinker, he must be thinking something. So an object is there. And if there is an object, then whatever attribute it has must be reflected in the consciousness of a subject. Otherwise, no existence is possible. And then this is Guru Maharaj saying, he's saying, do you follow? Do you follow? Answer Guru Maharaj.
Shaking his head.
Not many thumbs up or nodding heads amongst the Zoom gathering. Really, this is thinkable matter. And Srila Guru Maharaj pointing these things out, it's actually clear when we sit clear-headedly and think about it. So this is in subjective evolution, and we've just simply taken word by word from there. So please do revisit that and think it through. And that verse, incidentally, that Gurudev quoted is from Bhagavad Gita, which is quote, I alone am the enjoyer and rewarder of all sacrifices. But being ignorant of my position, the demigod worshippers fall to take birth again. That's the quote that he was giving. Okay, now we don't want to lose Munindra Mohan Prabhu before the end. So we had our opening verses from Munindra Mohan Prabhu, and he's been hearing and seeing and understanding everything. So he's our treasure to share with you this week. And Munindra Prabhu, give some shining from the treasure.
I was thinking in those days, also yesterday, Maharaj, you told Krishna, you were talking about a different subject, and then you come out with this sentence, Krishna consciousness is not a very easy thing. And it's true, it's so exclusive, it's so refined, and we can have like Atmagyan, for example. Atmagyan is not that unreachable thing, but it's not Krishna consciousness. It's just the ABC. And here in the West, it's so hard also to make people understand of Atmagyan, that our real self is spirit soul, and is connected like a ray to the sun, and is always eternally servant of God. And that, but yet is not yet Krishna consciousness. Krishna consciousness is very, very refined, very beautiful, and it's a treasure of heart. And unless we don't really deal with our heart, we don't really start to feel something for Krishna. Where is Krishna consciousness? It's just knowledge, it's just a generic God conception, laws of karma, little meditation, little puja, little...
Welcome back.
back.
Well,
So
you are all welcome back from our subjective point of view.
we were interrupted, not everyone.
Yeah, it's us, it seems.
Us. Here we have a horrible internet, really. I think it's the worst in the world. Anyway, we go on with what we have, and we don't need anything. We need just to give our heart to Krishna, because what Krishna really wants from us, come on, he's by himself, he's for himself, he's the supreme controller, he's the source of everything, and is the supreme magician. He can do and do whatever he wants. Sooner or later, we have to give our heart to him. We have to start to feel something towards him. And this is the super higher conception of Krishna consciousness that our masters try to inject in our system. But it's not so easy. We cannot study, we cannot reach with our own effort. And it's kind of a super excellent feeling that we have to sooner or later allow the enter in our heart, because our Guru, they want to give this to us, but we are resisting. Actually, I'm speaking for myself. I'm resisting. So yes, he's the supreme controller, he's by himself, for himself, everything, the supreme subject, and we are all object of his vision, but he wants something from us, and what we can give is just unbelievable that we can actually give some pleasure to Krishna. It's unbelievable, but through Sankirtan movement, we are kind of involved in that. We are doing something good, some transcendental duty as Guru Maharaj very simply said, this is how I spend my days. We are trying to do something that pleases Mahaprabhu and Gurudev and Krishna. So sooner or later we will have some feeling. And this is my hope, my prayer to you all to give me the strength to go on.
And by the way, I just looked up somebody perhaps, anyway, somebody was asking me which book is that from that I quoted at the
Right.
beginning. And it was from the epilogue of Holy Engagement. Means it was the very last chapter, and it's like Srila Guru Maharaj's reflections. So I just looked up where it was from. And Holy Engagement, again, it's another of these small books that was published from Sri Chaitanya Saraswat Math. But so many treasures. And every book is the best book. And you see there's a record of Srila Gurudev just revealing his heart about how he came, and when he came to the mission and came to search for Guru, came to appreciate Mahaprabhu's gift. And it's all about heart, everything from Gurudev and Guru Maharaj, it's all, and everything from Mahaprabhu and from Nityananda, it's all about heart. It's all about making ourselves a proper receiver for the grace that is flowing abundantly from the upper world to this world. Hare Krishna. Govinda, Govinda. And what better not better representatives, I was going to say, and there's no better representatives than Guru Maharaj, Srila Prabhupada, and Srila Gurudev. Srila Gurudev, Srila Guru Maharaj, Srila Prabhupada. Whatever order you like to say. No better representatives. With the heart, with selflessness, with the example of devotional life, and with affection. That is what is heart. It's with affection, bringing devotees out from the world of clashing to the world where it is acknowledged that the Lord is the one enjoyer. And also we can think of Brahma Samhita, the first verse of chapter 5, Ishvara, Parama, Krishna, Satchit, Ananda, Vigraha, Anadir, Adir, Govinda, Sarva Karana, Karanam. So this we can think of, but then we can come to also verse 56, the verse after the Govinda Madi Purusham prayers in Brahma Samhita. Now, who is that Govinda? Who is that Krishna? Where does he live? What does he do? And there is such a beautiful description, a hint of what is the goal. The very goal, as given by Rupa Goswami in Upadeshamritam, as given in Srimad Bhagavatam, the great treatise, the final work of Veda Vyas. Hare Krishna. So let us utilize our fortune, as Srila Gurudev would say. And I did have a little quote. Okay, here's just a couple of words from Srila Gurudev, Srila Govinda Maharaj. This is from Revealed Truth. And here, yes, this is what Munindra Prabhu was saying earlier. The Lord actually always wants to be with his exclusive devotees. The Lord considers faith, dedication, and devotion for him to be supreme. Unalloyed devotional mood, straight devotional spirit is the real basis of surrender and dedication, not rules and regulations. But unalloyed surrender is Krishna's real desire for the conditioned souls. So here now, Srila Gurudev, Srila Govinda Maharaj is going to reveal a little bit of his, like from his life. Srila Guru Maharaj taught me this. I learned it from him, and I am following it 100%. I am trying to follow it 100%. My associates are also proceeding in that way, in the line of pure Krishna consciousness. For search for Sri Krishna, reality the beautiful. This is the true form of religion. Krishna is a revolutionary. Just 3 more sentences. Krishna is a revolutionary. Krishna makes the rules and Krishna breaks the rules. Why? For himself. Reality is by itself and for itself. Krishna is the absolute reality by himself and for himself. Everything is really only for his play and satisfaction. The jiva souls who realize this revolutionary ideal experience the supreme joy of Krishna consciousness. Hare Krishna. So on this very bright note, then let us wish you all a successful Krishna conscious week in the love, beauty, sweetness of the Lord and his devotees. Offer Krishna something special this week. Cook something special. Invent something and give it a name and offer it to Krishna. Today evening, we had something invented. We were trying to describe, we were trying to think what it is. But it was very good, and it was offered to Krishna. All right, dear devotees, Devashish Prabhu, we have to give a call, big call for Devashish Prabhu. And in the meantime, those who I haven't mentioned but who joined us, you're all very welcome. And I see Madhura Lilididi joined us also from Latvia. So happy to see you there. And I'm not sure who Oppo is, but Oppo has been with us from a long time before. And Madhu Gopal Prabhu, Rukmini Devi Dasi, Krishna Mohini, various, Nazar is also with us, various devotees joined us along the way. And Ashapurna Didi also joined us from the USA. So if I missed anybody out, Leela Sundar Prabhu, anyhow, we are happily with you all. We are actually in London, and I hope Devashish is okay. And we'll get some news from him presently from the devotees. All right, dear one, as Munindra Mohan Prabhu likes to say, and it's a nice expression, okay, dear ones, our jais to Srila Gurudev, Srila Guru Maharaj, and Srila Prabhupada, and our obeisances to the dear ones all present. Pancha kalpatarubhyascha, kripa sindhubhya eva cha, patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. And thank you to Munindra Mohan Prabhu for being such a good example to us all. But don't tell him.
Ranjan Madhusudan Maharaj ki
Hare Krishna. Okay, Lavanya Mayi Devi. But was that Saraswati's voice?
Yes, she's here. She's here now.
Dhanavad.
Oh, you're there. Okay, Saraswati Devi. You're 1/10,000th the size of the tip of a hair on our computer screen. So I couldn't
That's
quite.
why I am.
All right. Okay, now we can see you. All right. Saraswati Devi, I hope we represented you okay. You're the London team there. We came to your London temple and with a big gathering of devotees and had a chat about Krishna.
Beautiful Maharaj.
Dandavad, Dandavad to all the London team and all the worldwide team here with us. Super, super to have you with us. Have a successful Seva week. Gaura Premanandi Hari Hari Wo. Dandavad, Dandavad. Ashchi.